by the day. And now I can't get my laptop to work. So let's, oh, shoot. Oh, come on. Yeah. Give me a second, folks. Oh my goodness. Holy smokes. Okay, now push you in there and raise you back up so you guys can see what I'm doing. Hey everybody. Sorry about this, but you know what? My laptop isn't loading either. So, hey, how's it going? What I'm doing today is my laptop going to work? It's getting so old. Okay, let's see. Boom. My laptop is getting so old. Okay. View your channel. Manage videos. I can't see the chat just yet, folks. And this is in a really awkward position on my quilt frame, so I don't want to move it too often. Let's go to live. And I start this early. You know what I mean? Oh, yes, I cleaned out my window well, and my new lights sockets came for my Himalayan salt lamp. So there we are. There we are. Now, oh God, give me a break. Okay, details. Come on, there we go. All right. I like that music. I love old blues and jazz. I'm not fond of okay, there we go. Top chat, live chat. Hello everybody. How's it going? All right, I'm not moving anything, but I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. This was too short. Remember how when I did briars, I had to actually sew on an end? Well, that's what happened with this one. So what I've done is I've pinned this final row and I'm sewing it by hand. Okay, I got to open this window because the heat's been on and it's really hot because I'm sitting with my back to the... There we go. Oh, I got to go pick those beans. Okay, so got a chair over there for my tea. Hey, Donna Rishi, Journey, hi, Kathy, Linda Betty Boo Bop, Frida, hi, Tina. All right, folks. So can I zoom in a little bit? Yes, I can. And then I'll show you what I'm doing. Can you guys see okay? All right, so what I've done is I've used up the pins that I was holding this down to the rest of the quilt to, and I've used them to pin it halfway along, so I can just sit here and sew this. It's going to take me half a day because it's not like the most convenient position to be sitting in, you know what I mean? Hey Phoebe, hi Lena, Linda, Tina, the nurse, hey. Let's make sure. Oh, see, I screwed that up. Oh well. my broken scissors here. Let's try that again. I don't have my seam ripper, so I'm just going to pull this out like this. It's a beautiful day. I'll tell you, last night it was raining, but not really, really heavy. But the light at sundown, was so pretty. There's still some orange leaves on my pear tree, and the sun was, you know, the light was dimming and it was rainy and gray. But I'll tell you something, it was so full of color outside. So full of color. Oh, wonderful, Phoebe. I'm so glad to hear it. God, plumbing issues are a pain. Now, if I could just get someone to do my dishes for me every day. I hate doing dishes. I've hated doing dishes my entire life. There we go. See what I mean by how it's going to take me some time here? Go back through this last stitch. There we go. I just want to make sure everything's even here as I go along. Oops. So, tomorrow we're probably going to be working at the sewing machine, getting, see, I did it again, it went up. Getting Arthur's quilt top blocks done and assembled, but that won't get assembled tomorrow. But geez, it's almost worth it to take this off and put it on the sewing machine, because I'm crooked all over the bloody place. I really am crooked all over the place. So let's just, I'm going to use bigger stitches because it's just easier for me to get it in the right place. Okay. And if this row is a little bit shorter because I made this seam a little bit bigger, well, whatever. Life happens. No quilt is perfect, and this is a quilt makeover, right? And then I take this pin and I come over here and I pin this right here on that seam. Because once this is sewn on, I can start quilting, right? Well, yeah, this is a Christmas gift for my nephew, Mikey. My other nephews aren't getting one. Why? Because, well, this is a special project, right? Nobody's ever asked me to redo their quilts before except my sons and Mikey. And I have a couple of nieces. If they ask me to redo their quilts, they can go fly a kite. They're lucky they got them, because, you know, they're people that don't talk, they don't discuss, they just judge, block, and move on, and they don't even ask. You know what I mean? They don't even ask about, shoot, okay. You know what, folks? You know what, folks? Can you guys hang with me for a minute? This has to be done. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this like this. Okay. Where'd those scissors go? The dog chewed off a handle, but I can still use it for snipping. All right. Here we go. Uh-oh, I've pinned it right to the, it's pinned right to the thing still. oops, let's do this way. Because I'm going to have to roll it all back up anyway, right? So let's just pull this. This is why I didn't want to have to do this, but my sewing, hand sewing, is so awkward that this isn't going to work. Okay. So I'm just going to have to seam rip that. And we're going to go over to the sewing machine and sew this on. And then we'll do some other sewing because I'm not going to bring it back over here today. Okay? Alrighty. Let's just set you here. This is the reality, folks, of when you make mistakes, right? Somebody sent me angled safety pins once, and I've lost most of them. Here's one. They're angled like this. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can get a good shot for you. See how that's angled? Those are awesome. These are awesome safety pins for quilting. The best for quilting, if you ask me. Okay. All right. 1, 2, whoops, 2, and I'll just shove you right here, and right here. Okay, so let's go over to the sewing machine and sew this on, and just give me a second because I got to move all this stuff, okay? So just, oh, Jesus wept. Ugh. Thank God my computer wasn't sitting on there. Oh. Uh-oh. All right. Oh. Oh, thank you, knee tapes. Oh, thank you, God, for the knee tapes. Yes, I'm still wearing them. Okay. Let's take this. Whoops. You guys are going to go for a ride. So, you guys are going to go for a ride. Hang on. I'm sorry, but this is the reality of live streaming. Ay, ay, ay. Live streaming on the job. Okay. All right. Let's put this here first. Put this here first. I have to put up my ironing board. Yeah, this table is going to be like this for some time. Because guess what? We don't have a lot of folks who come here for sit-down meals. So, until, ooh, well, cheese and crackers, things are falling all over the place. So until, here we go. So until my bedroom is done, and all right, can you guys see okay? Let's do that there. All right, now I got to plug these guys in. Oi. Plug in the phone. Plug in. All right. Where is, all right, this one. Okay. Oh, the cords. Okay. All right, now. Oh, shoot. There. My phone cord is now. All right. Oh, that was hard on the knees. All right, I'm going to go get my tea and my quilt top. Okie dokie. Oh, all right. Thank you for your patience, folks. 20 minutes of it. Oh. Okay. Woo! Hello. We're back over here. All right, let's get you out of the way. Let's get you out of the way. All righty. After watching you yesterday talking about knee tapes, I'm ordering some. Being a nurse and on my feet going up and down stairs on 38 years, my knees get sore when I'm on my feet. Well, these really help because I'm wearing them again today. I'm going to see if I can't talk to my doctor and see if I can't get some kind of coverage through Howie's work or something to pay for these, because I wore my black ones to bed last night and they did really well. But at some point I have to take them off because my skin doesn't like the adhesive. It's not that it's inflaming or anything, but it starts to get itchy after about 12 hours. All right, now let us get on with the business at hand. Now, how's that? Okay. 38 years as a critical care nurse. Jesus, absolutely, it's a good idea. All right, I'm going to put my tea on the chair over here. And I'm going to move these guys. Set my scissors here. Now, all right, let's move these. So I guess you're going to get a little bit of both today. I had this on the quilt frame when I realized it was too short. Oh God, there's a pin in there. We don't want that. Oh, where did my pin cushion go? Here we are. Okay. Let's just put you right here. Okay. Now, here is the end that we got to do. And I am first off taking the safety pins out because, okay, Phoebe, I'm sorry that this happened so long. Now, when I'm done today, I will put the quilt back on the frame, and another day this week, we will start to get our quilting done. But I want to work on both of these quilts intermittently so that, okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's get rid of these haphazard stitches I put in. I can sew by hand, like you've seen me do it with the stars, but when I'm leaning forward and there's nothing to rest my hands on properly, it doesn't really work that well. You know, like if I was sitting down and just sewing with this in my lap, I would have done it, but it would have meant, again, taking it off the quilt frame. So if I'm going to take it off the quilt frame, I'm going to run it up with the sewing machine. But I tried, okay? I just want this quilt to be right, you know? My nephew Mikey is an old soul, like his mom and like his Auntie Bev. And he has he's one of his favorite singers was Elvis Presley, and one of his favorite of all time movie star was Marilyn Monroe. So it was his birthday this week, and I found the clip of Marilyn Monroe singing "Happy Birthday, Mr. President," and I sent it to Mikey for his birthday. And he said, I love this, Aunt Bev. And of course he does. You know, I think they forget sometimes that even though they don't see me much these days, I've always been a big part of their life when they were younger. And I got a decent memory, you know, what's left of it, sort of thing, right? Okay, now let's get this snipped. I do not want to snip the fabric here. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday to you. Oh, come on. Get out of there. God, I love these scissors, Renita. There we go. Okay. Now we are going to start at the other end, and I got to pin it on now. I'm one of those people. I'm not a perfectionist, but something's going to get done. It's going to get done to the best of my ability. You know what I mean? I know, baby. Linda, you are always on my mind. I got to go on the right way. You trust me on this. Okay, first. And I got to start working harder because my hands are cramping up just doing this. Now, if they only made those tapes, I'm going to get one for my shoulder too. And I'm just going to pin these right at, just at the seams. But I have found, I haven't found I have a pair of tensor gloves for sewing. And I have to find them because when I'm quilting and sewing by hand, my hands aren't as young as they used to be. Now, I do credit sewing and knitting and such with keeping my hands fairly limber for all of these years. You know what I mean? Okay. I just want to make sure I pin them right on the seam so that all the blocks line up correctly. And we don't have any zigzag. Do you know what I mean? The falling leaves outside my window, the falling leaves of red and gold. I miss you, my darling, when the autumn leaves begin to fall. Okay, you right there. Almost there, kitties. I would really like to try and recover one for Howie for Christmas because he's feeling left out. Briar just got one. Mikey's getting one. Now, if Mikey doesn't get this for Christmas, he doesn't get it for Christmas. But I really want him to have it for Christmas. Oh, for the love of Fiddler's Fart. I pinned it on the wrong friggin' side. Not my day, guys. Not my day. Goodness gracious. Okay. I miss you, my darling. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So it has to go this way. Oh, God. Let me just make sure. Let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I hate wasting my time when I do make a mistake and it's a waste of, there we go. Okay. We're back on it. Cheese and crackers. All right. I'm sorry, folks. You know, I'm not one of these professional people who, you know, shows you how to do things and then edits it all. This is live and unplugged quilting for sure. Okay. Now I got to go back through these and pin these properly. When the autumn leaves begin to fall. Anybody getting ready for Christmas yet? We still got Halloween to get through, and then we're onward and upward to Christmas for us. But on Thursday night, Howie's going to be carving the pumpkin. I'm going to ask him to actually get off a little early on Thursday because Arthur and Edward carved their pumpkin, which is a little early if you ask me. Not this Thursday night, next Thursday night, the night before Halloween. And if you're not a patron, here's what you need to know. Is every Monday, Wednesday, and either Friday or Saturday, I do live streams just for my patrons. They're unlisted. You can't get in without the link. And what I do on Fridays or sometimes Saturdays, it's called Freaky Friday or Sassy Saturday. Okay? And we, you know, put on music and dim the lights and put on the disco lights, and we shake off any kind of negative residue of the week by listening to music and hanging out and talking and singing together and dancing and stuff. Right? But this next week, not this week, next week, Freaky Friday falls on Halloween. So if you are not a member of Patreon, you don't know what you're missing. You don't know what you're missing. Okay, hang on. I'm almost on the last one here. Why don't you do Christmas anymore, Phoebe? All right, we are pinned and ready to go. Okay, let's not dip it in my tea over here. Okay. Whoops, get off of there. Ow, 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 got a pin in my finger. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Get under there. Get under there. There we go. I got to check and see if I have a zigzag needle. Now, where's my foot piece? Here it is. Come here. Come here. Yeah, that's all right. So let's unwrap that again, and let's just put one pin in the center block like this, and then I'll move it as we move along. Can you guys see what's going on here? All right, let's try that again. This one out. Okay. Now, just so I don't forget and leave pins in here. Okay. The autumn leaves begin to fall. Toora-lura-lura, toora-lura-lie, toora-lura-lura. Hush, now don't you cry. Toora-lura-lura. I'm thinking of that song because it's a song that Mikey, Aaron, and Andrew's dad, Wendy's first husband, used to sing to them when they were little. Wendy sang, their parents sang to them, and that's why they're all so musically inclined. Toora-lura-lie. Come on down here. That's an Irish lullaby. Let's back over here. Okay. All right, I'm almost done here. So while I'm sewing this, everybody say hi, okay? Because now that I'm here, I ain't giving up my seat and going back over to the quilt frame right now. Oh, thank you, Seashell. How are you, darling? How are things going? We will talk tomorrow on Patreon, the Patreon live. Okay. All right, you guys want to see it? Now that it's, I'm going to run my hand along here, and I'll hurt myself if there's a pin in there. Okay, let me show you. Oh, hang on. All right, let me show you. Oh, that was just habit, folks. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, I'm knocking crap all over the place. 6 ways from Sunday. Okay, because I caught my toe on the, and there it is. And it's now long enough. Isn't that gorgeous? It's called the Band of Brothers quilt, and it's going back over and be draped on the quilt frame, so I can redo that and get it all caught up. What time is it? Okay, it doesn't. I don't have to put supper on just yet. Okay. Oh. What, Katie? Does anybody know if Corey had his knee surgery yet? I do believe it's, this week that he's having it done. I don't know if he's had it done yet or not. So, oh God, you guys can't even see what I'm doing here. Okay, here we go. Let's get on with Arthur's. Okay, these are bits and pieces. Oh, goodness. All right, let's, I want to find something to go with this without having to use all of the purple. I think I've used most of the purple, have I not? That's a piece, that's a piece. So, what are you? You are an end piece. Okay. Okay. This works. This works. Whoops, Beth. Careful. Now, how long are these? I think they're 7.5 inches. Yeah, okay. So, where are you? Come here. Okay. All right, 7.5, right there. Now I will save anything like this because I may be able to get another stripe out of it. But this now, I just ripped it off and I can put it on here. Like so. Go. Come on, line up like you're supposed to. Behave. Any bits I throw over there so that I can use. Okay. There's another one done. I have no idea how many I need left to do, but I do know I need like 80 some of these. Now, how long are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh! See you. See how long you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half. Okay, that'll work. I have another purple one in here. You know what? I'm gonna have to cut some more purple ones. Yeah, this one's for Arthur. This one's going to be much warmer. I may not even use the original blanket because it's so thin. So we'll see. Let's see if I can get any more out of this coat, which I know darn well I can. It's got a beautiful lining too. Okay, let's see. See if I can't get something out of here. And it's not all wool. It feels like wool, but it's more. Okay. You or a sleeve, I believe. Put you down here for the moment. And we want to get this front piece taken apart. Oh, God. Oh, that's because of the buttons. Let's do that. And that's a buttonhole. So, let's just take this part here. I can feel it. I want to get as much out of this coat as I can because it's such a beautifully vibrant color, you know? Oh, and that's a pocket. See, if I was making this for one of my nieces, I would actually put this on one edge. I would save all the satin up and put it on one edge because they used to love that as when they were babies. But, you know, I'm not a part of their world anymore, so that's okay. All right, now let's get you snipped right there. Okay, let's start with this piece because it's the easiest by the looks of it. Now, I bet you this stuff is ironed on. Oh, look at that. We'll get this all off. Finally got my phone call. I need... Where did my mouse go? I need the stems adjusted on these new glasses. They're killing my ears. I can't even wear my hearing aids. Wow. Okay, well, good. I know. I'm going to save them for a special project. I think I've got Edward in mind, but I don't know what. I don't know what. Okay. That's about as good as this is going to get. Are you plugged in, my friend? Nope. Let's plug you in. I'll tell you something, folks. Power bars, I have them all over my house because most of my projects need them. Okay, let's just gently, 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 quickly, quickly. Where is it? Is it on my wool setting? There's the wool setting. I just want to iron this out a bit so I can get as much of as what I can out of this. Well, they're not having any children. They have, oh no, okay, this is too hot because, look, because it's got polyester in it as well. Let's just shut this off. All right, now, these are all 3 inches. This does not look to be very even. So let's just do that. And let's do 3 inches. now this one's good. Let's hope this one is 3 inches. It is not. Dang. Oh, wait a minute. Trim this down just a wee little bit more. So we have a 3-inch strip. Whoops, Scheisenheimer. I'm not as good with my left hand as I am with my right. Okay, now and look at that. Now, do we put the purple on the middle? I think we do. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put the purple in the middle. These are all pieces. How long are you? Perfect. Almost. Almost perfect. There. Almost perfect. Some of these are longer than the others. Okay, well, this is the way it's going to be. All right. Worst chore for me? Dishes. I hate them with a passion. That's why I always had a dishwasher. But since my dishwasher died, it's actually just as difficult for me to do dishes. It's more difficult with the dishwasher. For the simple reason, okay, hang on a second. Because when I was doing the dishes, loading the dishwasher, I'd be in and out, up and down, bending and loading, right? And unloading. And it became a real issue. So my dishes don't get done all at once now, but they do get done in, I'll do a load and then I'll sit down, I'll wash and rinse and then I'll sit down, and then I will give it an hour, I'll go back and give it an hour and go back and put away the dry dishes, because of course I rinse them. And then I do another load. But it takes me all day to do, you know, especially after canning. Go. Okay. This end is not quite straight, so we're going to trim it. Whoops. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. There is, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half. There we go. See how that makes, see how that makes the purple, makes that purple and blue plaid pop? Okay. There's another. Okay. How long are you? And do I have bits that I can put on here. Because this is not long enough, so I'll put that back over there. Okay. I think this one. I don't use paper towels, paper plates, so everything I use is dish. You know what? I was saying to Howie the other day, one of these days, I'm gonna get paper plates. Only during the winter though. Why only during the winter, folks? Because when I'm finished dinner, I can throw them in the wood stove. Right? So I said to Howie, don't be surprised. I mean, I could put it on the paper plate on a plate to give it support. But then, you know what I mean? Okay. Let's get you all the way over. This is the easier way to do. This is my old maternity coat. Can you guys actually even see what's going on? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half. Yeah, that goes better with that one. And then I can just take this off. And sew the other end on. It may be a bit of waste of thread. Yeah. Well, I mean, I can only stand for so long, right? So, but the one, I don't mind doing dishes. You know what I hate doing more than that? Is washing cutlery. You know what I mean? Why is that one longer? Not by much, okay. You know, I still have celery growing outside, and I just noticed I got a big pot here, a big bag here of organic potting soil. I might bring in. What time is it? Oh, it's 4 o'clock. Okay, I'm gonna sew one more block, and then I've got to start on dinner. Okay, what do you want? What color do we want with you? Oh, that one goes nice. I'm just gonna do this. Now, how long are you? I should have measured first, eh? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half. Where's the half mark? There it is. It's right there. And now, tonight I'm making roast chicken thighs with carrots and potatoes all in one pan. I'm roasting them in the oven. I'm using my canned carrots and my canned potatoes. They have been drained and are sitting on paper towel to absorb as much of the moisture as possible. And then I'm going to oil them, and they go right on a frying pan into the oven with the chicken, seasoned chicken. I moved downsize. I don't even have a dishwasher. I miss it. I just remarried in July. Hey, Cheryl. Did you get your email, honey? I miss it. I just remarried in July. Now moving again. My place is too small. Go figure. Well, you know they have countertop ones, eh? But I don't see the point in them. Unless it's just doing a small load, you know? Alrighty. Let's just make sure. All right. Yeah, don't look at my hair. I got to go start dinner and do some more dishes. Oh. So, I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. If not here, then in front of the quilt frame. I'm going to try tomorrow morning to get the quilt back on all set up on the frame so that I can just sit down and start quilting, right? So listen. Y'all take care. God bless. And remember, God loves you. And I do too.